This right here is the moose meat that I had in the brine, and just look at that fat. You don't want real lean meat. It's good to have some fat on it, and especially with the bone, that's where the flavor is too. And I had this in the brine now for 14 days. Now, I think in the brine is good for up to 3 months. But, you know, when I go to the store and buy salt beef, when I bring it back, I put it in the freezer, and that's what I'm going to do with this moose meat here now. I got a couple of pieces bagged off there, and I bagged off a couple of pieces to give away, and a few pieces left to do. And once it goes in the freezer, you know, it'll last quite a while in there, and I guess all I'll do now is just show you using it in some recipes. Some people have been asking for a salt moose meat update, and I got a piece right here, and I'll put a link in the description to show you how I made this. And you can make this with other kind of meats as well, you know, deer meat, caribou, or whatever. And but I'm going to give an update and share a very simple, tasty recipe with you. And right here I got a pack of beans, white pea beans, 454 gram bag. I'm just going to use so much of this salted moose meat and 2 onions. And right here I got, I think it's 10 cups of water to start off. You know, I confess I don't always rinse my beans, but since this is YouTube, I feel like I got to. So I'm just gonna rinse them off there. Start off, this water is cold. I don't soak my beans, I'll just rinse them over. I'm gonna just put them in there. Now right here I got about 3/4 cups of cut up salt moose meat. Make sure I get some of that there with a bit of fat in it on it. And the rest right here now I'm just going to put back in the freezer bag, because people have been asking as well, like, how much do I use in meals, and it will depend on what I'm cooking. But for this one I'm going to use 3/4 cup. And if you make this salted meat and you do this recipe and you find it's a little salty, well, just next time you do it, just a little less salt meat, or if not salty enough, use a little more. And I'm just going to add this to the beans here. Now right here I got the 2 onions diced up, and I'll add that to this as well. Here I got a pack of beans, 3/4 cup of salt moose meat, and 2 onions diced in 10 cups of cold water. And I'm just going to put down medium heat and bring this to a boil, and then I'll start my time. Alright, what's left here I'm going to put in the freezer bag and put it back in the freezer. And just look at the color of this meat, eh? And people have been asking, you know, how much of this I use in certain recipes, and in beans and soups and stews, you know, you use so much. If you're cooking a jig's dinner, you use a full piece. So I'll show a few different recipes through the rest of the year, and using this salted moose meat. And you know, you could make this out of deer meat or caribou or whatever, and yeah, it really adds a lot of flavor to what you're cooking. And a lot of people, you know, won't eat vegetables unless it's cooked in salted meat. Now that it's boiling, I'm going to turn the heat back there a little bit, and gosh, you know, that smells good already. You see, notice now the liquid, how clear that liquid is around the beans. Alright, I had this cooking now for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and you can see now that the broth is a little cloudier. This here now, onion and bean. Oh yeah, that's good. If I was using salt meat instead of the salt moose meat, it'd probably be a bit saltier. Well, I tell you, this recipe is pretty simple, but the broth on this is really tasty. So just a quick a video to give update on the salt moose meat, and just show you this quick simple recipe. And tomorrow morning, with leftover beans, I put them in a cast iron pan, put in a little bit of molasses with them, and bake them in the oven. And oh, they're really good like that as well. So I really appreciate y'all watching. I hope to see you all on the next one, and all the best from the big land.